Hello my spider friends, we're here to talk about Loki episode 3, Lamentis. So, first of all, yay for me. Yay for me. I said that the TVA agents were variants plucked out of the timeline, and that's been confirmed. Thanks very much. Yay me. Still don't like the lady Loki, who we can now call Sylvie. No offence to the actress, I'm sure she's a lovely person in real life. I just don't think that she's very good in the role. Something that obviously was discussed a lot during the week was the whole, like, is she Lady Loki or is she Enchantress? Well, I think this episode pretty much confirmed that she is Enchantress, being that they had her using the word enchant a lot, and also Sylvie, which is one of her other names. But it still could be that she is a Loki variant and Enchantress. It's perfectly possible for both things to be true. In which case it's still bad casting. It's still bad casting. In this episode we had Loki following Sylvie to the planet Lamentis while it's being destroyed in the year 2077. And they've got to get on a train, apparently, and, like, you get to the ship, and then the ship goes boom, and oh no, whatever will happen. Well, for one, we've seen clips of Loki from the trailer that haven't appeared yet, so we know he's fine. There's no tension there. There's no, oh wow, these guys are screwed. We know that Loki is getting out of this. We don't know if Sylvie is getting out of this, but we certainly know that Loki is. It was a little bit interesting that they had Loki ask Sylvie about how the enchanting works, considering he's already done that in the MCU. So, just to remind you, not that they don't remind us every single episode, I have no idea why they keep doing this, because they didn't do it for WandaVision, and they didn't do it for Falcon Winter Soldier, so why are they doing it for Loki? So in the original Thor movie, at the end, in the post-credits scene, we have Selvig being shown the Tesseract, and when we look in the reflection, we see that Loki is actually controlling him. Loki has always been able to do this. He did it in the first Thor movie. He's been able to do it without the glow stick of destiny. But it just seems that the writers have forgotten that Loki's able to do this. You know, they've forgotten that he's able to, like, astral project, and that he's kind of able to teleport himself. Like, indirectly, he's done it. So, yeah. They keep sort of trying to make Loki look stupid, like he's the comic relief. And don't get me wrong, Loki can be really funny. It just seems that they're nerfing his character powers, and for just, like, no good reason. Like, they're not developing, like, his backstory, he's not getting character development, they're not dealing with his trauma. Like, they're just sort of, like, what's the point? Like, obviously the overall point of the series is to set up the multiverse, but, like, were they not able to do that in the Doctor Strange movie? I mean, pretty much everyone was like, oh, the multiverse is real anyway. And it's only now that they've had Loki where they're like, oh, no multiverse. So they've kind of created their own problem to undo, which is kind of stupid. The whole, like Loki and Sylvie conversation where, like, he's sharing stuff about himself and she's not, and she's being, like, she's vague blogging about, like, oh, I don't really remember my mother and stuff, because they want to keep guessing, is she Enchantress? Is she Lady Loki? We don't know. She could be both. I don't care. What I did think was funny though was like there is like a fan art. It's like pretty famous on Tumblr, and other places as well. Of like it's a picture, it's a fan art of Frigga with Loki sort of sat in her lap as a little child, and she's like making fireworks with her hands, and I'm pretty sure that the writers of the show saw that fan art and then wrote it into the show. They're lucky the fans really like the character, because someone could kind of get in trouble over that. Like, given that this is a limited series, it's 6 episodes, this very, very, very much felt like a filler episode because nothing of, like, consequence happened. They could have reduced this entire episode down to a little 10-minute segment and nothing of value would have been lost. Like, one of my friends even said, like, you know, really, you could replace Loki with almost any other character and nothing much would change. And she's kind of right. Like, the only sort of significant thing specific to Loki is that he can't use his magic. So, like, but him not using his magic isn't really a plot point that's significant, really, in many ways. The only reason that it's significant is because it stops him from escaping the TVA. What else? Okay, so that, like, TVA agent last week, after she'd been enchanted, was saying, like, it's real, it's all real. We still don't know what she was talking about, but it's like, it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be like, the multiverse, or something else. Like, what much is there to the show, really, other than that? Because right now, we've got Sylvie and Loki on Lamentis, and the ship's blown up, and it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? Loki's going to alert the TVA somehow. Somehow he's going to find a way of creating variant energy in order to alert Owen Wilson. Like, Owen Wilson's going to show up and save at least Loki. Might not save Sylvie, but at least save Loki. I think we can guarantee that to be absolutely positive because of the things that we've seen in the trailer. You know, it's like, there's no tension, there's no, oh, like, these guys are gonna be absolutely stuffed. How are they gonna get out of this? It's like, well, they're gonna. I might not have the exact details, but they're gonna get out of it, because, you know, otherwise there's no show. I just feel like if this series is so limited with, like, 6 episodes, can you afford to waste an entire one on filler that's not important, really? I mean, it's like we got to see a little bit of powers from both of them, but nothing that we've not seen before. I do have some questions, but they're all really minor things. Like, what was the song that Loki was singing? Was that like an Asgardian song that he was getting them all to sing? Did he really get drunk? Because, like, you know, Asgardians, they've got a pretty high alcohol tolerance. Oh, I thought the most wasted moment in the episode was Loki doing the whole, like, smash another. Like, I thought it could have been such a bigger moment. For one, they could have given him a bigger glass, you know, at minimum. Like a nice great big tankard, you know, have him do that moment. Because I've always felt that the interesting part about, like, Thor is his dynamic with Loki, that brotherly relationship. Honestly, if Jane Foster hadn't been in any of the movies, they wouldn't be that different, to be honest with you. They could have done it all without her and it wouldn't have made much of a difference. And the Thor and Loki relationship is ultimately the relationship that's actually interesting. And, you know, which is kind of why I've adopted the policy of no Loki, no Watcher when it comes to Thor, Love and Thunder. Because I'm not really interested that much in the love story. To be honest, it's not something that's really interested me. I'll probably end up watching it. I'm just saying, like, I'm not, like, pumped for it like I was for Ragnarok. I was so excited for Ragnarok, and it turned out to be a great movie that was really funny, and Taika Waititi is genius. A great genius, man. Like, really, they've nerfed Loki's intelligence as well. I just can't imagine Loki, who's so smart, doing some of the dumb stuff that he's been doing. It's like, is this a ploy? I just don't know. I just can't tell. I'm kind of disappointed, really, in the series as a whole because of what it could have been and what it isn't. But, you know, there's 3 more episodes to go. They could totally turn it round. It could turn out to be, like, really epic. There could be something that they're really building to that we're not expecting. So I'm afraid time's going to tell on this one.